Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Let's ask a big picture question. Is XRP actually going to have staying power? And what does that mean to you? Staying power, are we talking about 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years or more? What does that mean to you? Or is it just whatever needs to get you through to the point where you can sell it for some sort of tremendous profit? Like, what is that to you? Well, everybody has all sorts of different opinions on that, including me. And some people, I would argue, are perhaps not thinking long-term enough, in my humble opinion. Which brings us to the primary topic of today's video. This comes from dailyhodl.com. The title is, Will XRP catch up with Bitcoin and Ethereum? Diehard investors debate direction of fourth largest crypto asset. So it is an interesting subject. I want to share with you what some people in the XRP community are saying, and as well my own thoughts on this. And feel free to drop comments below. This stuff's really fun and some of my favorite stuff to do when talking about topics like this, just to get to engage with other XRP community members and hear all sorts of other perspectives. But before going any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And also, I recommend that you treat yourself, girl, by subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel, which is the most Moon Lamboist channel on all of the YouTubes, whatever the hell that means. All right. As XRP continues to underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, investors are debating the direction of Ripple's native asset. Couple major problems right there. Oh my gosh, you're grinding my gears up so hard right there. My gears, they're like full stop. They're so ground up. Because, first of all, let's knock out the easy one. XRP is not Ripple's native asset. XRP is a decentralized cryptocurrency. Ripple is a fintech company in San Francisco, California, which did not create XRP. Cool, right. So, next, XRP underperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we're back to this narrative again. Now that the market's tanking it's over the last couple days or so, it's easier to get away with this, right? What about when XRP increased over a matter of a couple months, like 150%, and was outperforming Ethereum and Bitcoin? That just happened. Okay, it continues to underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum? No, you might want to check yourself, because that does not actually equate to reality. Now, if you want to drive a narrative by citing specific timelines, fine, but anytime I see stuff like that, if you grind up my gears, I got to respond to that. Now, an XRP investor and Redditor who brought about, do you think it says that on his business card? It's like, hi, my name's John, an XRP investor and Redditor. Here you go. Somebody did that, right? I want an XRP business card. Does anybody use business cards? All right, sorry, I'll get back to the content. So he brought up the asset, just being near its all-time high 3 years ago, is questioning why it hasn't seen the price increases of other cryptos. His post on the matter quickly surged to the front page of the Ripple subreddit. And by the way, if you don't know the reason for this, I will share with you my opinion. While noting first, right now, that I'm not a financial background. I do not have any sort of financial background. I'm not offering financial advice. Do not buy or sell because of anything that I say or write, ever. But some Redditors blame Jed McCaleb, Ripple's former chief technical officer, for dumping XRP on the market, which they argue keeps the price stagnant. Jed McCaleb left Ripple in 2013, but holds a large personal trove of XRP, which can only sell in limited amounts according to the terms of a legal settlement with Ripple. In August, Whale Alerts estimated McCaleb had already sold around 630 million XRP in 2020, and still held about 4 billion. Well, super duper, I mean, it wouldn't exist without him, so it's not like I'm sour about it, but that's going to be a drop in the bucket big picture. It's not going to matter that. This is my humble opinion. The part that's not so much opinion is that as far as the amount of new ETH and new Bitcoin entering those respective ecosystems, it dwarfs the amount that is entered into the XRP system by McCaleb's selling. If you want to call that the quote-unquote initial distribution, which it is not, because, first of all, Ripple... okay, let's say this. There's a couple bitches, couple complaints that people like to bitch about, or things that people like to bitch. I'm having trouble with the sentences, dude. I swear I did not just have a stroke. There are a few things that people like to bitch about when it comes to the dispersion of XRP. It's Ripple and the founders selling, right? And so consider, first of all, again, Ripple, they're not the issuer of this particular token. But even if they were, even if Ripple had actually created it, the amount that they're selling is nowhere near, in terms of dollars and percent increases to the ecosystem, Bitcoin and ETH outperform, but still, like there has to be a way to get, however, okay, so all the XRP ever in existence were created at inception, but there has to be a way to get that out into the ecosystem. And so the creators of XRP, was gifted ultimately to a few entities and people, including Ripple. And so from there, yes, it's getting to, I'm just saying from a technical perspective, they are not the issue. They literally are not. Now, if you want to consider them to like be playing the role of an initial, the creator or an issuer, then fine. If you want to treat it like that, which I still dispute, but let's play ball that way, just for the sake of you, Mr. Bitcoin Maxi Troll. I know who you are. You live under a bridge, charging people Bitcoin to get over your bridge, and it takes days. But the truth of the matter is, it's nowhere near as bad as the way that it's framed here. And so the problem is that people don't have this information, but they sure have opinions on it, don't they? Have they ever looked this up to see what the implications are of whatever amount of XRP entering the ecosystem? Because the last I checked, and I know it jumps around from time to time, but Jed's holdings, like, it accounts for like 0.5% of all volume per day. And look, you can see these massive numbers. Oh my God, he's got 4 billion XRP remaining, and this and that, 630 XRP, all these numbers I just cited. It comes at about 0.5% last I checked. And it's been a few weeks since I checked, so maybe it fluctuated a little bit. So what? You get the picture. It's almost nothing, and it is not enough to materially stop the price appreciation of XRP. And if you think that it is, what about when Jed was still selling XRP in 2017 and Ripple was selling even more back then, yet XRP went from 20-something cents to almost $4 in a matter of weeks? How the heck could that be possible with Ripple dumping the whole time? Might it be the case that there are other factors at play? The answer is yes. Anyway, others argue it's still in early stages and will take off as Ripple makes more progress and crypto becomes more mainstream. Says one Redditor. Actually, let's just jump in here. I want you guys to see there's two posts in particular. I want you to see the primary one and the most upvoted response as well. So here's the first one, titled "Bought at the Top 3 Years Ago. Why No Pump?" Look, and by the way, I can sympathize because almost all of my position, and I haven't actually calculated this, but I'd be willing to guess it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 cents, maybe like a penny or two higher. I don't know for sure. One day I will take the time to figure that out. But I can tell you this, I did buy some XRP, and it was only like 20. I was just trying to get these scraps, and I was new to crypto, and it was whatever it was, late December, early January, whatever it was, of 2017, 2018. I bought as high as, I think it was, I'm pretty sure, $2.55. And I think I bought like 20 of them. So what's that, around $50 or so? And then I was like, I want the last little scraps I can in case it keeps going. Now that I know more about market cycles, though, I would never do that ever again. I'm not going to chase the price action. And because, look, again, so at the time I didn't understand market cycles. And I didn't know if it was just going to keep going off, to what degree. Would we ever see these prices again? So I was like, give me a few scraps. I don't know how high this is going to go. But next time something goes parabolic, which to that point it clearly had, I'm going to be sitting on the sidelines, just to be clear. I will not be purchasing. I'm willing to purchase while it fluctuates in the short term. I'm sure I'll be buying XRP at some point at 50 cents again, which I've also done. I'm sure I'll be doing that again because I continue to dollar cost average in. I have no interest in stopping that. And so I'm going to buy higher. I get that, and I'm totally cool with it. But once it goes parabolic, no, I won't be doing that again. So anyway, I just want to say I am sympathetic for those that actually bought in higher and haven't seen it get back to that point yet. But it makes, it's worth understanding the ecosystem so that maybe you're not as concerned about it. At least that's my humble opinion. So here's what this guy wrote. Regulatory compliance, institutional support, real-world problem-solving, low-cost, fast transactions, scalable, Flare networks for DeFi, incoming airdrop, and debunked FUD, as in not centralized, XRapid Live. If I had to think of a perfect cryptocurrency that would moonshot, excuse me, I would think it would be XRP. It's no wonder there's all this fantastical lore about how it would shoot to $589 and $2,000 when it has such solid fundamentals. Once Spark airdrops, and if there is no XRP pump, I'll probably keep it on my Ledger Nano S and forget about it for a year. Well, I will tell you this, and none of this is advice, but for me, I've already put it on my Nano, and I'm not literally forgetting about it because I talk about it every day. But as far as my plans for it, it's just however long it takes. I'm Mr. Patient. It's just gonna sit there on the Ledger Nano S, right? And this isn't it's not the case that just because there's amazing ecosystem being built around it that it means the price is going to appreciate in short order, because from my perspective, there are not enough individuals parsing out the significant differences between cryptocurrencies. We're just, right now, and this seems undeniable if you just look at every altcoin following Bitcoin, that's what's happening. It's all about the crypto asset class as a whole, and the altcoins are following Bitcoin. That people are betting on the asset class, generally speaking, as a whole here. And so that's the short term. It's just an immature asset class. It's in such nascency that it shouldn't be surprising to see that. And this can be illustrated by what things that I've said. And that's why I love seeing the first sentence in this response. Because I always say, if you want to know what XRP is going to do in terms of price action, and while none of this is financial advice or a prediction, if you just look historically at what has happened, you can see, if you have eyeballs, that XRP has done nothing but follow the price action of XRP. Pretty damn clear. So here's a response from somebody here on Reddit. I hate to use overused words, but zoom out. And I was like, yes, as soon as I read that. And he writes, I too bought not at the top, but first jumped into crypto in November/December 2017. And if you look at that same time then, just prior to the insanity of January 2018, we have basically reset. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, almost all coins have now reached the point where they were before the explosion upwards. But the key difference between them and now, by that point in 2017, all those same coins had first gone through 1 to 2 years of steady growth to get to those points. For instance, XRP started off 2017 in the fractions of a cent range. Steadily it grew, then bam. Of course, the past is no guarantee of the future, but I have to say it sure feels similar to how it did in early 2017. But this time, we are all starting from a much, much higher point. Make of that what you will. But my money is betting on us seeing all coins going far beyond their previous highs. XRP is not the same project it was back then. What were aspirations and white papers have solidified themselves into real business use. And that's true, and it's a good point to talk about the real-world adoption. I still don't think that that's going to matter as much as we'd like it to during the next parabolic run. That would be my guess. It'll matter a little bit. Like, there's a reason that it's stayed in, the top 3 or 4 roughly for like half a decade or whatever it's been in terms of market cap. But I don't think that enough people are factoring that type of stuff in here. I still think it's a lot of bets and illogical reasons for buying and selling that are going to play into the next parabolic run-up. I think ultimately utility will matter. That's my investment thesis, is that utility matters and will win the day here. But he made such a great point, and I have mentioned this somewhat recently on my channel here, is that XRP, you talk about how XRP, oh my God, it was at 20-something cents, went up to $4, and then it's right back where it started at 20-something cents. It's like, no, that's not the starting line. Okay, if you want to talk about the starting point for the market cycle, maybe a more reasonable point would be January of 2017, when Bitcoin was around $1,000, and XRP was at about half a penny. So which performed better? XRP from half a penny to almost $4 in about 12 months? Or Bitcoin from about $1,000 to almost $20,000? Numbers are hard, right, guys? XRP, and so if you look, despite the massive retracement, this is what you've seen with Bitcoin too. With every major retracement, there's a new higher low. Every single market style, market cycle, and so if that doesn't happen, this will be the first time that it doesn't. So, look, I'm not worried about it. I think that utility will ultimately matter. And I see the way humans are behaving, and it's not that different from 2017. So I'm happy to take the risk. And if I'm wrong, fine, I lose everything, because I'm not pretending to know. And look, this is all highly risky, investing in XRP and crypto. I get that. But I still could not be more confident for many reasons. So I thought it was a fun thing to run through here. Just talk about perspectives from other community members, just to kind of think through these things critically. But I tell you, I could not be more confident, and I think that as time plays out, eventually I'll be proven correct, and if not, I'll live with that too. But I think it's going to go the way that I'm hoping here. I would love to hear from you in the comments section below, but that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything, because of anything that I say or write, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!